Notable award-winning actor Tom Selleck made headlines after he expressed his fears of not being able to afford his 63-acre ranch should the rumors of the decade-long TV series Blue Bloods cancellation prove true. Right after this news, it was reported from unreliable sources that the 79-year-old actor had died. Fans were shocked, but news of the actor's death was soon debunked, and it was revealed that he was alive. How well he was doing was the question fans wanted answers to. Let's understand who Tom Selleck is and how he has thrived in Hollywood these years. Thomas William Selleck was born on January 29, 1945, in Detroit, Michigan, to housewife Martha Selleck and Robert Dean Selleck, who happened to be an executive and real estate investor. Selleck is his parents' second child. He has an elder brother named Robert, a younger sister named Martha, and the last child of the house, Daniel. The children were mostly of English descent, though they were also linked to German ancestry. Through an entirely paternal line, they were a direct descendant of English colonist David Selleck, who moved to Massachusetts from Somerset, England, in 1633. Following this line, Selleck happens to be of the 11th generation of his family, born in North America. Selleck's family moved to Sherman Oaks, California, in 1948, when he was just 3 years old. The soon-to-be actor graduated from Grant High School in 1962 and enrolled at Los Angeles Valley College, living with his parents and saving money at the time. Selleck was a man of huge stature. He stood at 6'4". He soon won a collegiate scholarship to the University of Southern California during his junior year, so he could play for the USC Trojans men's basketball team. He was also a pitcher and designated hitter for the USC baseball team, a member of the Sigma Chi fraternity and the Trojan Knights. Due to his chiseled good looks, athleticism, and intelligence, a drama coach suggested he try acting. Though Selleck was majoring in business administration at the time in his senior year, he dropped out of the university. Selleck then studied acting at the Beverly Hills Playhouse under Milton Katsoulis. Throughout the late 60s and 70s, Tom took acting jobs in commercials for soda, cigarettes, and deodorants. In 1965 and 1967, he also appeared on The Dating Game as one of the Bachelor contestants. Since this was the era of the Vietnam War, he soon got his draft notice. As a result, he joined the California National Guard and served in their 160th Infantry Regiment from 1967 to 1973. Selleck's first television appearance was as a college senior on The Dating Game in 1965 and again in 1967. Soon after, he appeared in commercials for products such as Pepsi Cola. He began his career with bit parts in smaller movies, including Myra Breckenridge, invited on the set by Mae West, Coma, and The 7 Minutes. He appeared in a number of TV series, miniseries, and TV movies. He was also the face of Salem Cigarettes and Revlon's Chaz Cologne. He appeared in a commercial for Right Guard deodorant in 1971, with Farrah Fawcett in 1972 for the Apéritif du Bonnet. He was also in a Safeguard deodorant soap commercial in the same year, during which he starred in the B-movie Daughters of Satan. He had a recurring role in the 1970s as private investigator Lance White in the Rockford Files. Selleck was an avid outdoorsman, marksman, and firearms collector. These interests led him to be a leading man in cowboy roles in Western films, starting with his role as cowboy and frontier marshal Orrin Sackett in the 1979 film The Sacketts, opposite Sam Elliott, Jeff Osterhaga, and Western legends Glenn Ford and Ben Johnson. And that same year, Concrete Cowboys with Jerry Reed. The Shadow Riders followed in 1982. Then Selleck shifted gears, portraying a cat burglar in 1930s London in Lassiter in 1984, Quigley Down Under, was also one of his best-known Western films, but it was for his 1997 role in Last Stand at Sabre River that he won a Western Heritage Award. Selleck's big break came when he was cast in the lead role as Thomas Magnum in Magnum P.I. The producers would not release the actor for other projects, so Selleck had to pass on the role of Indiana Jones in Raiders of the Lost Ark, which meant that the role went to actor Harrison Ford instead. It turned out that the shooting of the pilot for Magnum was delayed for over 6 months by a writer's strike, which would have enabled him to complete Raiders. He explained in an interview, "Look, I made a deal with Magnum, and it was the best thing that ever happened to me. I'm proud that I lived up to my contract, and some people said, you've got to get into a car and drive into a brick wall and get injured and get out of Magnum and do Raiders. I said, I got to look my mom and dad in the eye, and we don't do that. So I did Magnum. That's not so bad, is it?" He portrayed the role of Thomas Magnum in 1980, after filming 6 other TV pilots that were never sold. The character Magnum was a former U.S. Navy SEAL officer who had served in the Vietnam War. After the war, Magnum had been in the Naval Intelligence Agency, a fictional version of the Office of Naval Intelligence, and then resigned from the Navy to become a private investigator living in Hawaii. Magnum was famous for his mustache, a Hawaiian-style Aloha shirt, a Detroit Tigers baseball cap, and his Ferrari 308 GTS in the Magnum series. The show continued until 1988, lasting 8 seasons and 163 episodes, winning him an Emmy Award for Outstanding Lead Actor in a Drama Series in 1984. Thanks to Magnum's role, the producers invited Selleck to other TV shows. So, in 1988, he appeared in an episode of the famous detective series Murder, She Wrote, starring Angela Lansbury. The same year, the creators of the project Magnum P.I. announced that they would close the series. Later, the actor admitted that it was his initiative because, at that time, he met his future wife, Jilly Mack, and plunged into a romantic relationship. The second reason to kill the hero was awful physical fatigue. Despite the magnificent surroundings of paradisiacal Hawaii, where the series was filmed, the actor was dealing with serious physical fatigue. By the end of the show in 1988, it established itself as the top-rated 1-hour show in the history of syndicated reruns, at least until 1998. Selleck was offered the lead role of Mitch Buchanan in Baywatch, but he turned it down because he did not want to be seen as a sex symbol. The role eventually went to David Hasselhoff. During the Magnum years, he also starred as an acrophobic police detective in Runaway and a stand-in father in 3 Men and a Baby, which was the biggest hit at the American box office in 1987. In 1989, he ended the decade by starring in the romantic comedy Her Alibi and crime drama, An Innocent Man. His last 2 cowboy roles to date were in the 2001 TNT movie Crossfire Trail, based on a Louis L'Amour novel of the same name, and the 2003 motion picture Monty Walsh. In 2001, Selleck played Murray's lead role in a Broadway revival of Herb Gardner's comedic play 1,000 Clowns. The production toured for 4 months, playing in North Carolina, Chicago, and Boston, before opening on Broadway at the Longacre Theater. Critics, though far from uniformly negative about Selleck's performance, generally compared it unfavorably to that of Jason Robards, who won awards in the 1960s for playing the character on the stage and in a movie version. Selleck played the role of General Dwight D. Eisenhower in AE's 2004 made-for-TV movie Ike Countdown to D-Day. The movie showed the planning, politics, and preparation for the 1944 invasion of Normandy, and Selleck was critically lauded for playing a cool, calm Eisenhower. Selleck played the role of Mr. Kornfeld in the movie Killers in 2010. Since 2005, Selleck has starred in the role of transplanted lawman Jesse Stone in a series of made-for-TV movies based on Robert B. Parker's novels. To date, the series comprises 9 films, with the most recently released in October 2015. In addition to his portrayal of the film's protagonist, Selleck now acts as producer for the series. The 5th film, Jesse Stone, Thin Ice, was not adapted from Parker's novels, but was instead an original story by Selleck. He joined the cast of the NBC drama Las Vegas in the Season 5 premiere on September 28, 2007. He played A.J. Cooper, the new owner of the Montecito Casino. He replaced James Caan, who left the cast in the same episode. This was Selleck's first regular role in a drama show since he played Thomas Magnum in Magnum P.I. that year. He began doing commercial voiceovers for Florida's natural orange juice. 3 years later, he starred as Frank Reagan in the CBS American police procedural drama series Blue Bloods, filmed on location in New York City. The character Frank Reagan is the police commissioner, and the series follows the Reagan family of law enforcement officers with the New York City Police Department and the Manhattan District Attorney's Office. The show premiered on September 24, 2010, and is in its final season as of 2024. For his brilliant talent, Selleck received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in 1986. 3 years later, he received the Golden Plate Award from the American Academy of Achievement. His breakout role playing private investigator in Magnum P.I. earned him 5 Emmy Award nominations for Outstanding Lead Actor in a Drama Series, winning in 1985. On April 28, 2000, Selleck received an honorary doctorate degree from Pepperdine University. He was chosen because of his outstanding character and ethic. He remains a board member of the non-profit Joseph and Edna Josephson Institute of Ethics and co-founder of the Character Counts Coalition. Selleck has not been without controversies, even though he tries his best to remain true to his beliefs. He was sued by the Caliguas Municipal Water District in 2015 for allegedly improperly transferring approximately 1.4 million gallons of water from the Caliguas Municipal Water District to the Hidden Valley of the Municipal Water District during the driest California drought since record-keeping began, which he used to water his avocado farm. He settled the suit by paying almost $22,000 to the Caliguas Municipal Water District, an amount which represented the district's private investigator fees in connection with the case. Relationship-wise, Selleck never liked to talk about his relationship with women, preferring not to make his private life public. That is why there is very little information on the internet regarding the love affairs of the charming brunette. From 1971 to 1982, Selleck was married to model Jacqueline Ray. During that time, he adopted her son Kevin Shepard, born 1966, who would go on to be the drummer for the American rock band Tonic. Selleck and Ray got divorced in 1985. While filming the World War II set film Lassiter in England in 1983, Selleck met and began courting actress and dancer Gilly Mack, born 1957. The two married in August 1987 in a ceremony that was kept hidden from the press for nearly a month. Together, they have a daughter, Hannah Margaret, born December 16, 1988. Selleck and his family live near Thousand Oaks, Westlake Village, California, on a 63-acre avocado ranch in Hidden Valley, formerly owned by Dean Martin before he acquired it in 1988. Selleck is also an accomplished indoor and beach volleyball player, playing the outside hitter position for the Outrigger Canoe Club, Honolulu. His adopted son, Kevin, attended Selleck's alma mater, USC, and became a volleyball team All-American in 1990. Outrigger Canoe Club teammate Dennis Berg, in the summer 2011 issue of Volleyball USA magazine, said of Selleck, "Selleck was a great teammate, appreciative of being included with such a talented and experienced group. practicing and playing hard when his Magnum schedule permitted. He was very patient with all of us, and we relished the big crowds that replaced the usual sparse number of players, friends, and spouses at the national tourney matches. Selleck is an avid ice hockey fan and has been seen attending Los Angeles Kings games at Staples Center. He lists Ants Kopitar and Alexander Frolov as his two favorite players. He was once a minority owner of the Detroit Tigers, his favorite baseball team since childhood. In 1986, Selleck hit a batting practice home run while working out with the Tigers. In preparation for his role in the film Mr. Baseball, Selleck reached out to the Tigers to practice with them during the spring of 1991. He took batting practice for 3 weeks, even making an appearance in an exhibition game against Cincinnati, where Tiger manager Sparky Anderson put him into a game as a pinch hitter. He managed to foul 3 pitches from Reds pitcher Tim Liana before striking out. Selleck believes his training helped him considerably in his film role, having gained valuable experience from attending team meetings and developing an understanding of how competitive players function together. One of Selleck's Magnum co-stars, Larry Manetti, in his 1996 memoir Aloha Magnum, was lavish in his praise of Selleck. Manetti lauded Selleck for his extraordinary work ethic on a grueling show shooting for hours in the midday Hawaiian sun, Selleck's work with Hawaiian charities, and his willingness to support the program's cast and crew members. But not everyone has had the privilege of enjoying the good side of the famous actor. In 1997, the comedy In and Out, directed by Frank Oz, was released. In the movie, Selleck portrayed a gay journalist, and the 40-second kiss between Kevin Kline and Selleck became the highlight of the film. It is noteworthy that they had to shoot 30 scenes because it was very difficult for 2 men to kiss. It is worth mentioning that a few years before the filming of this movie, Selleck was already marked down as homosexual. In 1991, a newspaper published an article titled Tom Selleck's Love Secrets by His Father. Selleck shudders at the memories, saying that he could file a lawsuit against them only for his father's face when he read it in the newspaper. Then, an angry Selleck sued the paper for $20 million. Earlier, the actor sued the magazine, which wrote that he had started a love affair with actress Victoria Principal, whom he had not even met. With media getting on his nerves, Selleck often turns to another hobby of his that greatly attracts his interest: firearms. To promote his film The Love Letter, Selleck was invited to be on The Rosie O'Donnell Show on May 19, 1999. During the appearance, O'Donnell questioned Selleck about his support of gun ownership and his appearance in an ad in which he seemed to be supporting the NRA. At the end of the interview, Selleck stated, "It's your show, and you can talk about it after I leave." Selleck later confided to Sean Robinson, "I still like Rosie. I think she needs to take a deep breath and stop thinking everybody who disagrees with her is evil." After his close friend, Charlton Heston, stepped down from his role as a spokesman in 2003, Selleck succeeded him. In 2002, Selleck donated the rifle he used in Quigley Down, along with 6 other firearms from his other films, to the NRA. The firearms are part of the NRA's exhibit Real Guns of Real Heroes at the National Firearms Museum in Fairfax, Virginia. He has served as a member of the National Rifle Association of America's Board of Directors for years. He resigned from the board on September 18, 2018, though he remained a member of the organization. For a number of years, Selleck appeared in television advertising for National Review. He also subscribes to the New Republic. Selleck describes himself as a registered independent with a lot of libertarian leanings. In the 2016 presidential election, Selleck did not support either Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump, instead writing in support of former Dallas Police Department Chief David Brown, saying that he was deeply touched by the grace and leadership Brown showed through the 2016 Dallas police shooting. Returning to the entertainment in 2021, Selleck made his album debut singing "Yes Sir, That's My Baby" with Nicholas King recorded live in 2001 during their run of 1,000 Clowns on King's album Act 1, released by Club 44 Records. In 2024, Selleck talked about his fears about a rumor surrounding the cancellation of Blue Bloods. The 79-year-old has starred as the fictional New York City Police Commissioner Frank Reagan on the CBS drama for the last 14 years. The Magnum PI actor was interviewed from his ranch in Ventura County, California, on the latest episode of CBS Sunday Morning. "You know, hopefully I keep working enough to hold on to the place," he told CBS correspondent, who wanted to know what the issue was if Selleck stopped working. Selleck replied, "That's always an issue. If I stopped working, yeah. Am I set for life? Yeah, but maybe not on a 63-acre ranch." When asked what he sees in his future, Selleck added, "Hopefully work. As an actor, you never lose. I don't lose anyway. That sense that every time I finish a job, it's my last job." CBS Entertainment confirmed that Blue Bloods will stop at the end of the year. The decision to wrap up the show has received blowback from some cast members, including Selleck, who offered to cut their own wages by 25% in order to keep the series going. "I will continue to think that CBS will come to their senses," Selleck said. "We're the third highest scripted show in all of broadcast. We're winning the night. All the cast wants to come back. And I can tell you this, we aren't sliding off down a cliff. We're doing good shows and still holding our place. So I don't know. You tell me. I'm a fairly private person," Selleck told People in a 2020 interview. "I've always treasured the balance between work and time with my family. It's always about them. My relationships and my ranch keep me sane. I do grunt work and I make the rounds. I like watching things grow. It's a retreat. I quit Magnum to have a family," the actor told Closer Weekly in 2018. "It took me a long time to get off the train, but I try very hard to have balance, and this ranch has helped me do that." In a press conference about their fall schedule, CBS Entertainment reiterated that Blue Bloods would end its run this fall after 14 seasons. "We really want to thank the cast and crew, as well as everyone involved in the show. We absolutely will miss the family dinners." Although he's top billed on Blue Bloods, Selleck doesn't get the majority of screen time, and he planned it that way. Simultaneously, he's been doing double duty as the star producer and screenwriter of the Jesse Stone TV movies. Before his death in 2010, creator Robert B. Parker wrote that Selleck nails the character, and Emmy voters agreed, nominating him for Best Lead Actor in a Miniseries or Movie in 2007. Selleck confirmed this, saying, "I was dying to play him. Jesse has a lot of flaws, a lot of problems. That's always fun for an actor, and I think it's fun for the audience." At some point, rumors circulated online that Selleck had died. The rumors appeared to have originated from a fake news article that was published in 2017. The article claimed that Selleck had died in a car accident. However, the article was quickly debunked by Selleck's publicist, who confirmed that the actor was alive and well. It is unclear why the rumors of Selleck's death have persisted. Nowadays, Selleck rarely films. The rational actor who charmed women around the world with his charming smile and thick mustache prefers an ordinary and quiet life to fame. For 30 years, the actor has been growing avocados on his own farm and is incredibly pleased with it. Although Selleck expressed that he's still ready to continue working in the industry, insiders believe he will stop working really soon. With his ranch, which he really loves, by the way, he would have lots of things to keep him and his wife occupied. He did say, "So I like to get outside and work on the ranch, from fixing roads to clearing brush. I hate going to the gym, so sweating outdoors sure beats sitting on a stationary bike, staring at my navel. And I work cheaper than anyone I could hire to do it." It is safe to say Selleck himself already looks forward to spending more time outdoors on his ranch and spending more quality time with his wife and daughter Hannah, the latter of whom is a successful equestrian now at the age of 35. Besides that, fans can't wait to get their hands on his upcoming book titled You Never Know. Since he does not have accounts on Instagram or Twitter, fans learn about the latest news about the Hollywood star's life by watching interviews that periodically appear on various internet resources.